If you are watching this, then something went wrong and I was unable to record a new episode this week. So let me tell you about always having a plan B.
Distinctions for life, helping you get what you really want in life with small changes that make a big difference.
Welcome to Distinctions for Life, where I help you get what you really want in life with small changes that make a big difference. I'm your host, Ron Davis. If you would like more help, visit my website at distinctionsforlife.tv. 2020 has taught us that things don't always go as planned. It has made us have to think about really weird possibilities being a reality. One thing that I realized was it was possible I would be unable to record a new episode in time on some random week. You see, I try to be ahead on these recordings, and in my perfect world, I'd be multiple weeks ahead for Sunday Distinctions videos. In most cases, I'm about a week ahead. This being recorded in June of 2020. Last week, I needed to get even more ahead because I was going to be out of town for a week because I bought a new car in Florida and had to drive it back to Texas. On that trip, I realized something could happen and I might be stuck and unable to make a new video. What would happen then? That's when I decided I needed a plan B. Really, this is probably more of a plan C or D, but the point is that you need to do something now to prepare for a surprise in the future. So I wrote this video. Because I was doing this when the pressure wasn't high, I was able to think about what it should be. If I'm going to prepare a video to be used when I am unable to make one, how can I still give you value? How can I still deliver a distinction? Maybe by making a video about having a plan B. This is very meta. Here are a few points about developing a plan B. Having a plan B means that you have a plan A. If you aren't planning at all, then you can't have contingency plans. I know that seems obvious, but a lot of times when we are caught off guard, it isn't because we had some plan and it didn't happen, it's because we got no plan at all for what happened. For instance, most of us had no plan for dealing with a government shutdown of almost all work and being ordered to stay home. It wasn't that we had this plan for a pandemic that involved hazmat suits and now we needed to come up with a plan B because we can't leave the house. And there were people who had a plan A for a pandemic, and I bet most of us now have one at some level. The beginning of a plan B is realizing that plan A can go wrong. It seems to me lots of people just assume that things are going to go according to plan. But so often they don't. You have to assume something will go wrong. Let me give you an example. That new car that I bought in Florida was a Tesla Model S. And on the return trip, I had to stop at Tesla superchargers to charge my car regularly. Luckily, the car has a navigation system that will route you through superchargers as you go. That is plan A. What could go wrong? Well, the supercharger could be full and I'd have to wait to charge. Luckily, the car's nav system gives you real-time information on the status of the charger that you're heading to. The charger could be down completely. Again, the nav should tell you this, but I always try to have a plan B in case it is. Can I get to another charger with the same charge? Should I stop at one sooner so that I'll have enough charge to keep going if something goes wrong at the next one? Which brings us to my last point about having a plan B. Sometimes plan B fails too. Early on in my trip, there were lots and lots of superchargers. Way more than there used to be when I made a similar trip 4 years ago. If I missed one charger, I could get to the next one. But as I got into the Panhandle and beyond, I had to stop at each one because they were spaced further apart. If one was down, well, there was no plan B for supercharging. To reiterate about having a plan B, you need to first have a plan A. You need to realize that things can and will go wrong. And sometimes plan Bs fail too, or it just isn't possible. Question of the day, what do you need a plan B for? Leave your answer in the comments below. Hopefully this video will help you create your own plan B for whatever is going on in your life. And since you are seeing this, something weird is going on with Ron. You can visit the website for more information on what will be happening next. Thanks for watching today. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. This channel is all about helping you get what you really want in life with small changes that make a big difference. Until next time, I'm Ron Davis. The problem is when you're sitting at the computer and you're typing, all these sentences seem like they're super cool. But then when you start trying to say them and they're 6 months long, You're like, oh, what were you thinking, Pastor Ron? I'm gonna try and do that whole paragraph over again, Paul, Tom, Tim.